The big question for parents remains, do they believe it is safe to send their children back to school? City News has learned the survey by the Toronto District School Board suggests most will be sending their kids to class. But the chair of the country's largest school board isn't 100% sure schools will even be ready on time.
We think it's doable, but not necessarily for September 8th. It's really more anger, frustration, and confusion that our parents are expressing to me and to all of the trustees and to our staff, because everything's changing.
The latest change came yesterday with the Ford government's announcement that school boards could use their reserves to rent space and hire more teachers. That means the TDSB is now hoping classes from junior kindergarten to grade 3 will be capped at 15. Grades 4 to 8 at 20, and high school students in cohorts of 15. That will cost the TDSB an extra $20 million. But the Minister of Education is not mandating the smaller class sizes.
What will you do, though, if there are some classes that remain in the high numbers, in the 30s, for example? What will you do? Will you allow that class to go forward?
We've been clear in our guidance. We want 1 meter of distancing supported by masking and the other layers of prevention that have been supported by public health.
There are so many other issues that also need to be resolved. Busing, for example. Extra space for more classrooms still has to be found and rented, and then bus routes will need to be adjusted to get children to them. Even during normal times, it has been challenging to find enough drivers. And the board also doesn't know how many teachers are coming back.
What about ventilation? You had that thrown at you yesterday. Can you improve the ventilation in every school by September 8th?
I could throw that question back to you and say, do you think we can?
No.
I haven't heard from our staff. They're going to be bringing that as part of the report as to what they can do.
Premier Ford has repeatedly said Ontario has the best back-to-school plan in the country.
I understand Nova Scotia just put out a masking policy that follows Ontario. We are the only province to mask from grade 4 and up. Now they are following that with some augmentation to their protocol.
The government has said it is open to a staggered back-to-school approach where grades come back gradually, but only over the first week. The chair of the TDSB says that could help make it doable, but with just over 3 weeks to go, there is a lot of work that still needs to be done to be ready.